Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a very interesting topic, especially with this new astral event going on, which is the full moon and Mercury going in retrograde. Now, most people are going to get trampled by this full moon and Mercury in retrograde, and I don't say that to put people down or to scare people. I say it because it's true, because these energies that are coming, they are very, very powerful energies of the planet. So I'm not going to go into detail when it comes to specific astrology because it does affect everyone in different ways. I'm mainly going to stick to the topic of Mercury retrograde and some of the I would like to get you guys in the habit of feeling out planets and feeling out when you know it's not your time to do certain things, such as making contracts, betting, anything to this nature. And again, I'm outside and I'm doing videos from outside, and it feels very nice because there's no one on the beach today, and it's very easy to make beach videos when people aren't trying to hop into your videos and interrupting you. So this video is mainly why certain people's lives get so chaotic sometimes. A lot of times it's because of people's own decisions, and then the planets enhance that and add to that. Now, they say that millionaires don't have astrologists, billionaires do, and it's true because everything has to do with the law of mathematics. The law of mathematics is a spiritual law and it's a physical law. It applies to actual mathematics and it applies to mathematics that we can't see. Most mathematics we actually can't see. We have to reach a certain conclusion. We have to certain calculate it. This is why you see certain people in the casinos who literally just wait for other people to lose on a certain streak. So those people are really good at calculating, okay, this person lost 3 times, they won 1 time, they lost 2 more times, they win a few more times, and then that's when they step into play. They're like, okay, I actually know this pattern because a lot of mathematics is it can be predictable at times. Sometimes it can't be predicted when there's certain other outliers and events, such as Mercury going into retrograde. Now, I'm going to tell you guys how to counter some of these energies because it's really confusing to a lot of you. But you have to understand that if the moon is strong enough to move tides, it's strong enough to move certain other emotions, energies, influence your aura, influence your opportunities, etc. So if you get into a habit of doing things around when the planets are in your favor versus when they're not in your favor, for example, I know certain astrologists who win at the casino very, very frequently, and it's because they study astrology. It's literally a math. It's pretty much a science in their own words. So when you get in the habit of actually being adaptive to certain planetary circumstances, it actually translates to you winning, like flat out winning. If you do a bet, you'll probably win the bet around this date at this time. Now, certain people who take astrology for a joke are people who are not going to be able to utilize it, especially when it comes to earnings or making certain bets or winning certain amounts of money. Now, some people think that luck is just luck. Sometimes it is. Sometimes there's certain circumstances that you have to deal with. Sometimes there's certain things that are just not in your favor. Sometimes there's people's energy weighing against you. Sometimes things are pulling you down outwards and you're not making the changes necessary to really combat them. Now, other times, and a lot of other times, like in the East, for example, and it's hot out here and I'm sweating, so I'm going to be wiping my sweat. In the East, for example, and I'm very happy and excited to make this video because things have been crazy. Things have been absolutely crazy, but I know for a fact when things get crazy, astrology-wise, it's a really good thing. If you guys don't remember when a certain event in the world occurred and it threw everyone off, people were doing one of 2 things. Well, 1 of 3 things. Some people were just waiting and sitting ducks. Some people were really getting tanked, like ruined. People were getting just shot down and certain opportunities were being deflated. And there's a certain set of people who actually benefited from it, and they started their businesses, they started certain, they took full advantage of something that was completely chaotic, and now those people lie on the top because they actually realize and recognize certain energies of chaos make order. Now, when it comes to planetary alignments, usually when you're getting thrown off, when everyone else is getting thrown off, there's a whole bunch of energy in the air. And you can use this energy to your advantage. You can use this energy to get ahead. If you're going to start your small business, for example, you start it around this time, you're going to do a lot better than people who have no idea what astrology is. Now, you don't really have to know all about astrology. Just look at general events and look at certain things within your calendar. Just look at certain things that might be, you'll have a feeling for it. You'll have a feeling in your gut. Your angels will tell you. Ask God for knowledge on just pure intuition alone, and you'll get the feeling, you'll get the intuition that, hey, something's a little bit up today. Like, you'll try to leave your house and you'll sit in your car and you lose stuff, and maybe you left your wallet somewhere, and yeah, it's hot out here. Maybe, I don't know, there's a nail in your tire, and you have to, some things that are not in your favor, that you don't think is in your favor, is actually in your favor, and things are working out for you. So when you're able to recognize certain energies of chaos and just complete disorder, now for example, if you go to your job and everything's crazy there, everyone's acting funny, everyone's acting weird, your employer is off, everyone's just completely acting insane, and sometimes you guys notice this because certain astrological planets will just make everything crazy, especially when it comes to communication. Yeah, that's a big one as well. This is why I highly suggest you guys on your own, because I'm not going to be teaching about astrology specifically anytime soon. I'm going to stay in my lane with mainly crystals and just different energies as well. In the far future, I will be teaching several different kinds of astrologies. So Eastern astrology, Western astrology, the Vedic, I'll be teaching several different kinds of astrologies, just not now because I'm focused more on crystals and teaching you guys about energy and manifestation and helping you guys get ahead this way. But when it comes to astrology, you have to recognize that you're not just one sign. You're not just like, oh, I'm an Aries or I'm a Leo. No, you have a whole chart. You have an entire chart of just things working for or against you at certain times or certain times of the year. And certain things, when it seems like they're not working for you, that's not it. That's actually a time where you instead of planting seeds, you actually hold the seeds and you wait. So this video is going to be titled, Why Does Life Get Chaotic Sometimes? Because everything's working in your favor. When you recognize that versus when you play in victim mentality, you get doomed. If you ever pay attention to when certain things happen, it's like, okay, like just try this, guys. Take a calendar, right? And this is going to be very interesting for you guys to try. Take a calendar or take some kind of graph, because everything is graphed. Everything can be graphed and everything can be calculated when it comes to planets. So write a scale to 1 to 10, basically high, low, high, low, high, low, and you can put this into a computer as well, like Microsoft Excel or something like that, but you can just draw it out. It's a lot easier to just draw this out. Now, rate to 1 to 10 on every single day how certain things went. So, okay, my love life today went from 1 to 10 versus the financial aspects of my life, and then you do the family aspects of my life, then you do pain aspects, just good luck, bad luck, or if you want to make it super simple, just do, okay, how good of a day was today versus how not good of a day was today, and you'll do something between 1 and 10. Now you'll circle it as a bubble, and the next day you'll circle it as a bubble, the next day you'll circle it as a bubble. You'll notice that everything can be graphed. Everything goes up and down. Certain days, and let's just say you've noticed that 3 weeks straight go, let's just say 2 weeks go absolutely amazing. You have an absolute amazing 2 weeks, and you notice the next 2 weeks just go like this. If you calculate it, you'll actually find a pattern, and it is due to the planets. You can't blame everything on the planets, but you can use the planets to your advantage. And this is actually what billionaires do. So if you're able to figure this out on your own, because I'm not going to give you all the secrets on here. This is for you to look into. This is to get your guys' mind rolling and to get your minds going. Now, when it comes to this, you'll see just a pattern happen. You're like, okay, wait a second. When I bet on certain days, or I'd notice when I start winning like crazy, I should probably, maybe you play scratch-off tickets, for example. When you start winning like crazy, you notice every third week or every third or fourth week or you'll find a pattern. Then you stop playing scratch-off tickets and you don't lose all your earnings on that certain day of the week. And then you'll notice the graph just goes up and down. So you'll be able to calculate something just based on, and people actually don't do this at all. People just do random stuff and like, oh, I'm having a good day today. Oh, I'm having a bad day today. And then when everything's going good and great, people don't give the gratitude that's needed, because when gratitude is a very high vibration, that actually gets serotonin, dopamine, other endorphins going up when you start giving thanks, especially when you give thanks for everything God is doing. Because when you ask God for help, when you ask God for something, it's coming to you. It's literally yours already, but you're the one to shoot it down. You're the one to close off the blessings. Now, and this is where it gets interesting, use every loss that you see, or use everything that you think doesn't go for you, as a win. But find out what department is that a win for. When certain things happen to us that are not in our favor, it's literally a lesson. Some people will get, and this is why I say gratitude is important, count every little victory you have, because when you start viewing little victories as major victories, you start making some serious major victories. Now, just look into when things do not go for you. Well, let's just say you're having a lot of bad luck. Find out what's happening in your bad luck. Like, maybe you have a planet trying to teach you a lesson. And when I talk to my angels as well, sometimes they're just like, okay, this is just the planetary climate. This is just the planets that are going on. You're not, I mean, some of you think you're being endlessly tested. Your angels are not that mean, okay? Your guides are not that mean. They're not going to be like, haha, we're going to send this person another mean person in their friendship or love life. No, your guides are like, okay, well, let's just see when this person will learn this lesson. And once you learn the lesson, guess what? Now that's under your belt. Now when you recognize that, it's kind of like the best example is an immune system. So the immune system to your body. So when someone makes you sick, when you're around the next time and they still have the same sickness, then you're not going to get sick because your immune system recognizes it. Same thing with lessons and karmic, because sometimes your karma is not even from this life. It's planetary karma that comes from a past life, or it's just in your residual astrological chart. And when that karma hits you, it's like, okay, what lessons are you getting out of this? What are you learning from this? If you learned absolutely nothing, you'll keep hitting the same blockages and challenges until you do. It's not punishing you, it's making you a better person. This entire video is about teaching you guys to get in the flow of the planets. Because when Mercury retrograde hits, most people are just like, oh, poor me, I hate this. That's why it hits you so hard. It's because you're pulling poor me's versus maybe something happened. You're like, oh my God, cool, a challenge. I wonder what's the gain from this challenge. Use this to your advantage, and you're going to be very successful in everything you do. Every single tiny thing you do, you will be successful in if you utilize your problems and when life gets chaotic to make an order, okay? You're not going with the flow. You're creating the flow. And how can you create the flow? It's because you ask God for it. Once you ask God for something, expect it to be yours, and it's yours. If you have any other questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.